Shenandoys, thank you very much for being a tier 1 subscriber for freaking 2 years. Thank you. I'm making tea. I'm sorry. I'm almost done. I'm almost ready. Give me a second. Grace, congratulations to getting the Millennium Puzzle. Make sure... I mean, the thing that I remember about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is they cut out the entire first season because he literally lights a man on fire. Let's not even talk about the Shadow Realm. In the first season, he fucking lights a dude on fire. Alright, we're back. Screw the rules, I have green hair. Neo Matrix, thank you so much for being a member for 29 months. Back. Alright. Hopefully this is the right one. I no longer have a Zatsudan scene because I rebuilt. I had to rebuild everything. Remember, I had to reinstall, you know, Windows and whatever. So I'm using... Is that too loud? I don't know. Ribians, thank you very much for the raid. My beloved mod. Thank you so much for being a subscriber for 24 months. I'm a little nervous. I don't know. I have one story which I want to hold in reserve until I have nothing to talk about. I have one story about recent events, and then I have one thing that I want to talk about. My bidet seems to be on the fritz, and I want to see if it's if I'm normal or not. I don't know. Hi, a little nervous. Grimmines, Verm, and Rico, thank you very much for being members over on YouTube. Dutch Chairman, thank you very much for the super chat. Ren and Quick, what's your favorite 80s, 90s anime? Oh my god. Okay. Am I gonna be like an anime hipster? I'm gonna sound like a hipster, right? There is an anime that got a remake, and the remake is really good, but I kind of prefer the original. I like Ushio and Tora. Ushio and Tora is probably my favorite. I think that's from the 80s, late 80s or something like that. I miss the original Ushio and Tora. Really good. The fucking the opening theme song is so good. It gets me. Hold on, somebody asked me a question. So Zverm is asking me what type of tea am I having? This is like my daily drinker, which is a green oolong. Not super high elevation, so it's cheaper, but it's pretty good. Question from Rico real quick. I remember you said there's a special kitchen tool to make fluffy mashed potatoes. Which tools? Ah! That's the potato ricer. Yeah. The potato ricer will make them nice and fluffy. So the ricer, it's basically like it mashes it and it pushes it through like tiny little holes, and the holes are about the size of a grain of dry rice, you know? That's why they call it a potato ricer. And what it does is that it mashes the potato without fucking up the starch, the pectin. I don't know. No, not a potato ricin. That would be a murder most foul, you know. Matthew, thank you very much for the super chat. On the Zomboid server, Kaudachini was killed by his unnamed father because males will occasionally fight. I had to tan his hide. Are you gonna make a hat out of his hide? Jam, I'm happy that you returned safely from your trip to Japan. I need American energy to mash the American soil. Man. I hope you had a good trip, though. I hope you ate some really good food. How was your break? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. The thing that I wanted to talk about was people that have a bidet. What's your favorite bourbon? Okay, my favorite bourbon to drink, easily accessible, it's probably Maker's Mark. Bullet is pretty good too, though. Well, what I've always wanted to drink is the bourbon with the little horse on top. It's got a little horse on top, and I was like, oh, okay. I like Maker's Mark because it's like, ooh, there's wax. I also think it's the easiest to drink. He loves his horses. I'm a horse guy. Anyways, you keep distracting me. Those of you that have bidets, I need you to confirm or tell me that something is fucked up with my bidet, right? Buffalo Trace is like the actual distiller, right? Random stranger, good morning. I heard that most of these newfangled bourbon brands and companies, they're actually buying their shit from Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace will sell bourbon in bulk to basically anybody, and then you can put it into your bottle, and you could be like, oh, new whiskey. Oh. They do have a line called Buffalo Trace. It's their cheap one. Yeah. But they're like a wholesaler. They give it to like other people. I have a bidet, but it's just cold water. Okay, Softibus, I have a bidet and I have a heated one. And I've just started noticing that the temperature is variable, which to me, if you've had a bidet for like 4 years or whatever, and then, not 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, if you've had a buffet for a long time and you don't notice the temperature variability, but then all of a sudden it's either ice cold or this, like this morning, hot enough to scald my sphinx. It was like scalding hot. I was like, that's too hot. They have heated bidets? They do. I plug it in via extension cord. A bidet is not a buffet. Unless I'm trying to convince my housemates to install a bidet in our shitty university ghoul house. You have a ghoul house? Mine has cold days and hot days. So for the last 2.5, 3 years, I didn't notice at all that like it varies in temperature, because I think like twice in the last 2 or 3 months, it's been like ice cold. And it's like, And then, this morning, I was prepared for it to be... Every day I go in, and it's like a fucking... I'm playing Russian roulette with my bidet, and I'm like turning it on when I need it to clean my, the crack. I turn it on and it's like, if it's cold, I'm not going to be surprised. And then this morning it was scalding hot. It was crazy. It was unacceptably hot. My whittle booty hole. I was a skeptic, but my roommate installed one in our shared bathroom. Turns out they're good. They're incredible. Everybody should get one. Your bidet is keeping you on your toes? Okay. My trip was pretty nice. The highlight was going up the Sky Tree. It had a Madoka collab. It was adorned with Madoka stuff and music. Thanks to Renanue in the merch channel. Yo! It's always a pleasure to hear about Madoka stuff continuing to come out, you know? Capri, thank you very much for being a member for 5 months. Zatsudan is what I need to keep working and not die of boredom. Thanks, no problem. It's good to be back. I think I'm just like nervous. You know, it's like, oh, I haven't done a Zatsudan in a while. Do I still have anything to talk about? I don't know that I have anything to talk about. I guess I could update you guys on the garden stuff. Some of the stuff I'm starting to see sprouts, but it's a little bit early. Sometimes it takes up to like 2-3 weeks to see germination. And then, you know, I'm gonna make a crap ton of zucchini this year because I think that was the favorite thing. Oh my god. Ainsley, thank you very much for the 20 gifted memberships. Thank you. Oh, you're sniping like a bunch of regulars. I see you guys. There's like lurkers too. People that I've never seen before. Drink some more tea. Germination. Germination! That's good. That's good. Hold on, let me pour some more tea and then we can continue our little chat. I hope my garden... I managed to grow vegetables. I think everything except my edamame grew vegetables that I could eat. And I cooked it, but I feel like the yield for how much time and money I put into it was like not there. And it's partially my veggie selection. So hopefully this year it's going to be, you know, a mighty harvest. Ex-legendary hero, thank you very much for the super chat. I got a MacBook Pro today. Wait, MPB? Mac Pro Book? MPB? I got an MPB and today I finally admit defeat and go for a shave. Weep for me, Randon. Weep for my dreams and circle fur locks and Fabio vibes I'll never have. You know what? Oh, you got MPB? What the heck is MPB? One day you will hit Fabio tier. I have absolute faith in you. Dawood Pelu, good morning. KJ, good morning. Fallout Man, good morning. I should say good morning to everybody, but I'm just trying to keep my head above the water right now. JP King, thank you very much for being a member for 29 months. There's a whiskey called Old Granddad. I use it to make the best old fashioned. Also $30 for a handle. Perfect to drink on the bidet. I don't know if you should be drinking on the bidet, but that does sound pretty fucking good. Oh, male pattern baldness. Be an intimidating bald man that takes command. Matthew, thank you very much for the super chat. Annual Randonite growing roster, indeed. He's unintentionally rubbing salt in the wound. I'm crashing out. I'm sorry. Beard maxing time. Yeah. Be like Kratos, the dad. Does your bidet have an eco mode? It does. Looks like that can cause unexpected temperature fluctuations when active. I think I did turn on eco mode. Because I was like, my butthole can save the environment if I go on eco mode. I remember thinking that. And I had a sensible chuckle while on the toilet, and I was like, oh. All right. I actually chuckled at my own stupid thought, and then I turned on eco mode. An American thought. One of my other highlights was, yo, you visited Nakayama Racetrack? I bet on one race that had a horse named Admire Quads. They were my favorite, but they didn't even podium. I mean, that's racing, you know? That's horse racing, baby. Just joined the stream. The first thing I hear is my butthole can save the environment. I'm just being crazy. I'm just being crazy. Anyways, I wanted to talk about my garden. So I think the stars of this year are going to be my zucchini and my cucumber. I'm still growing tomatoes. I'm still growing a hot pepper. Four Milks, my Thai chili pepper plant is survived. I brought the pepper plant inside and it somehow survived. And it's like kind of thriving. There's still little peppers growing. It's kind of cool. We love a little zucchini. The hammer had to view shit with that ass. Ian, thank you very much for the super chat. Hi, Pops. Glad to hear your voice. Hope you've been well. I'm doing pretty good. I had like a long bout of sickness, which is like, oh man. And even now, I feel like 100% better, but I have like a dry cough. I've been trying to like mute. I still have a little bit of a cough. Davitar, good morning, good morning. Always happy to see you, buddy. Canny, thank you very much for being a member for 29 months. Monthly reminder that Ren is my favorite green thing. Good luck with the stream. I'm your favorite green thing. There's so many awesome green things for you to pick, and you picked me. That makes me happy. Trees, algae, end of list. It's like you're putting me on the spot. Name 100 green things, Ren. It's like name 100 women. I was like, George Eliot. Everybody's freaking laughing at me, calling me a goddamn sexist or something. It's just crazy, man. Name 20 bike brands. All right. Hold on. Name 20 bike brands. I'm gonna have to look away from the chat. Sorry, guys. I made a notepad. Let's name 20 bike brands, okay? All right. Trek, Cannondale, Giant, Specialized, Kona, Rocky Mountain, Cervelo, Bianchi, De Rosa, Colnago. Who else do we have? Olmo. San Lorenzo, 3 Rancho. Although that one's not active anymore. The guy died in a car crash in like the early 90s. Oh, what else do we have? Do we go into the boutique stuff? Masi. French brands. Well, 3T is not French, right? But Canyon, Cube, those are the German ones. Let's go over to Switzerland, BMC. What other brands do we have? That's close to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I got a couple more. I got 3 more. Canyon is not what I call my ass crack. That's crazy. That is that's not true, okay? That's not true. Okay, let me think about it. What other brands are there? There's just so many bike brands. I could think of 3 more, right? There's Merida. Merida makes a ton of bikes. Merida and Specialized basically make everything on the market. Everything that isn't Giant is made by Merida and Specialized, and then they give it to other people. Felt. Felt is a really good brand. How could I forget Pinarello? Pinarello. There you go. 20 brands. Donchi, are you satisfied? I just listed 20 bicycle brands. Brandon, speaking of bikes, do you have any road rash stories? I've been looking at pics of it online. It makes my butt wince. It's kind of addicting. Yes. I've gotten a lot of road rash. I think 2 of the 3 times I got hit by a car, I got road rash. On my knee and the palm of my hand. It's always the palm of my right hand. Because think about, like, I mean, you're in Europe, so you're probably, you know, the driving side of the road is like, the direction that the car is driving down the side of the road is probably reversed, right? But in America, you know, when I get whacked by a car, it hurls me to the right. So my right hand is the one that's like making contact with the ground to avoid my head from being like bashed like a melon. I'm gonna close this. Don't save. Alexis, thank you very much for the raid. We're on YouTube, much appreciated. Oh my god, you meant bike brands. I was like, did he say bike frames or buy friends? Am I like mumble mouth? I feel like I've gotten less articulate and I don't know how or why. It might be because I just woke up and I'm like, you need to do a souls roll in order to minimize damage when hit. I'm fat rolling all day long. It's because you haven't been doing Zatsudans for a long time. I kind of want to add them into the mix. I need to like brute force myself into a position where I think I'll do a Zatsudan every week. Maybe Wednesday? I don't know. Ichi, happy to see you, brother. Good morning, good morning. Dutch Chairman, thank you very much for the super chat. Brandon, I have a job interview next week. Can I get an orcish war cry to scare off the other 2? You have 2 candidates? I could do you one bet. I'll give you the orcish war cry, Dutch Chairman, but if there's only 2 candidates, I could kill 2 people. You know, if you're like, oh, there's 8 candidates, like I don't feel comfortable, you know, whacking 8 people, but I could whack 2 people, no problem. Or even just 1 person, right? I could just whack 2 people and they're boom, there you go. You got the job. Is your war cry. And also maybe I'll send a couple purple boys and we could, you know, I'm giving the, you know, the little neck cutting motion. I can give you like a little. Big Ham gave me a 3D model, and I really want to start this is the Wendy's, and I really want to use it, but I've never ever used a 3D model, so I'm a little scared. I'm worried that like I have like weird mannerisms. Can I be vulnerable with you? I have weird mannerisms. The way that I move my hands, you know? I like have a weird tick. How weird? I mean, I'm not sticking my finger up my butt on a whim. Every time I do that, I'm fully in control of what I do, but I definitely have like, I do swish and flick. How did you know that? I have mannerisms. Shiki, thank you very much for being a member for 29 months. Missy Pop, sitting in my parked car almost halfway through a Pizza Hut. Almost halfway through a Pizza Hut listening to you. All feels okay with the world, or at least mine. I'm happy to hear that, but I'm imagining you eating an entire Pizza Hut. You know the old school types where it's like a red roof? You're sitting in a car and you're eating an entire Pizza Hut, which is like, oh shit. Sabrina, thank you very much for being a member for 23 months. It is a Zatsu. I am still a little nervous, but I feel like I can brute force my way through it and add it to the regular rotation, which would be good. Tenzen, good morning. Moopod, good morning. Medium rare chicken. Thank you very much for being a member for 18 months. Happy 1.5 years. There was a cyclist on the highway where cars go 70 miles per hour and was causing so much traffic. Thoughts on this dude? I mean, I don't know where you live, but it's very illegal for a cyclist to be on a highway where I live. And I would recommend you take the little side roads. Sometimes they're called like Old Highway number 20 or something like that, right? You take the side roads. Like all of the on-ramps onto the highway say like no bicycles. Old US 1. Randon, what cookies would you pair with different varieties of tea? That's a great question. That's a great question. The problem is, like, I'm kind of a little idiot when it comes to sweets, so I don't know that many cookies. I think I'm like strongly biased towards oolong, right? I'm strongly biased towards oolong. What are your favorite cookies? Oh, I can't. I'm like basic, so I gotta say like the chocolate chip is probably gonna be my favorite. But when I'm pairing like a sweet or a cookie with tea, if it's super high end, I would recommend like nothing. You gotta drink it naked, right? But if I'm like chatting with the person, if I'm having a good time, like a nice little tea party type situation, and I'm not busting out crazy good tea, like a mid-tier tea, I would pair it with those little pineapple cookies. Is it even a cookie? It's like a little pineapple cake. I don't know what they're called. They're not cookies. I think they're little pineapple cakes. It's got like jellied pineapple in the middle. That shit's so good. It's not too sweet, so it's good. I'm a big oatmeal raisin fan. I do like an oatmeal raisin cookie. Whoa, zucchini upon thee. I do like a good zucchini. Gail, good morning, good morning. Have you started early or has daylight savings time already happened? It has already happened. Time has been stolen from me. What are those called? Those pineapple pastries? They're... I don't know what they're called. I don't know what they're called. I just like them. They're delicious. Matthew, thank you very much for the super chat. TTRPG question, have you ever heard of Sword World? No, I've heard they're planning on doing a group funding campaign for 2.5 edition Japanese D&D. Interesting. Sword World. I'll have to look into it. That sounds like my kind of world. Dreamy, good morning. I'm also biased to the pineapple cake. I think it's Taiwanese. Am I crazy? It might be like more common, like across like multiple countries, but I think so. Am I crazy? Google says Taiwanese is a good guess. Yeah. It's delicious. It's very sweet, but not too sweet. It's the perfect, Sword World is what Dungeon Meshi was based on. No kidding. So it's been confirmed that the elves are dicks in Sword World. I'm not a huge matcha person, but I can imagine white chocolate going well with it. Interesting. The support pharmacist at my job made matcha cookies with white chocolate chips and they're a banger. I think matcha as an actual drink, like a real matcha drink, is not for a lot of people. I love it, but a lot of people don't like it, and I think that's fair because it's murky and bitter, very bitter. Although you'll have like matcha heads that are like, oh yeah, if you get good quality matcha, is not bitter. It's like, it's still bitter. to the average drinker, it's still bitter. Don't. Well, you get like coffee people that say the same thing. They're like, oh, good coffee is not bitter at all. It's like, yeah, it's. I mean, it's less bitter and it's delicious, but you're lying to yourself if you say that like good coffee is not bitter. It's crazy. The older folks at my job thinks matcha tastes a bit weird, but I love the taste. Ah. They say that about wasabi too. Well, real wasabi doesn't have that nose clear. A little bit. Yeah, I guess it does. Wasabi and horseradish are very... Oh, I wanted to freaking grow wasabi. I forgot about that. I watched a video about a guy that grew wasabi plants in his garage. I was like, I could do that. If you prepare matcha the traditional way, it's not bitter. It's, I guarantee you, it's still bitter. I've had matcha. I like it because it's still way less bitter than coffee, but it's still bitter. I've had prepared matcha in Japan before. Yeah, you grind it on shark or ray skin. That's the wasabi. Shadow Skippy, thank you very much for being a member for 29 months. Legend of Logos is based on a game that was played in Sword World. Interesting. I'm trying to remember the Dungeon Meshi world. When is there gonna be season 2 of freaking Dungeon Meshi? Season 3? Season 2? I don't know. Charlie, you can indeed be a zucchini this year. Yeah, I wanted to talk about garden. I think this is going to be embarrassing. I think I spent like over $500 on my garden last year, and I got maybe, well, I don't know. The Thai chili peppers are fucking expensive where I live. They're like $5 for like a box, and then the box, it dries out and like, you know, it becomes inedible really quickly. So every time I make something that requires Thai chili peppers, I'm dropping $5, like a $5, right? So maybe I got like $50 worth of groceries last year. What's the return on that? Are we in the red? I just freeze my Thai chili peppers. I thought you can grow them from seed. Yeah. Did you get any of the fruit that you planted? Did I plant? Oh yeah, I planted strawberries, right? And blueberries. I got 0 blueberries, and I got a nice little handful of strawberries. Yeah, for the whole year, Amos, I think I got like $50 worth of veggies. Cause the fucking zucchini is like 90 cents, right? Those blueberries failed. Well, the problem with the blueberries is year one for most fruit except strawberries, well, even strawberries, the first year that you plant it, they're spending more time on the roots than anything else, so you're not going to get much of any harvest. And then starting from year 2, you're going to see more and more yields. I'm a berry cell. You got EXP in farming too? Yeah, I leveled up to level 2 farming, and I didn't even watch the TV show. One random grown strawberry costs $50 each. Brett, stay safe at work, and I'll see you later, okay? You have a good day. Does it have a flaky pastry outside with the pineapple pastry inside? Yes. And the pineapple inside is not a whole ass pineapple. It's like a pineapple paste. It's like jellied pineapple. It's really good. And the texture has like just a little bit of the pineapple fiber is so good. People where I'm at dip strawberries in sugar because the soil composition makes them less sweet. But to be honest, I love my fruits to be tart. You know what's a good thing about growing your own strawberries, KJ? I swear. I don't know why. I feel the same thing. The strawberries that I get from the supermarket are not very sweet. And when I cut them open, most of the inside is like white and unripe. But all of the strawberries that I grew myself and I picked, like, I could pick it and I could already smell it. It was so strawberry flavored. It's pretty incredible. Like, I think... And then when I tasted it, it was the most delicious strawberry I ever tasted, because it's like, oh man, it's so juicy. And then like I bite into it and I look at the inside and there's no white on the inside. It's like very dark red. But the crazy thing was like I'm snipping it and it's like maybe 2 to 3 feet away from my face and I could smell the strawberries. It's like very, very, it's almost like strawberry lotion or something, you know? It's very strong. The scent of strawberry. I was on Reddit, and there's a dude on Reddit that started a strawberry hydroponics system in his garage, and he started for fun, and then now he's basically supplying all of the restaurants and farmers markets in his area. He's producing a crazy amount of strawberries with like a tube-based hydroponic system. It's like, that sounds really cool. Have you played Stardew Valley on stream? I have. Casper and I played it together. I think I would like to play again. I want to start a tea farm. if I ever play Stardew Valley again. I want to grow only tea. Randy becomes a strawberry man. You know. What do you think of the new marriage options? Are there new marriage options in Stardew Valley? Ah, the Vienna Sausage Gang. Jess, thank you very much for being a member for 29 months. When I lived in Hong Kong, you lived in Hong Kong? That's so cool. The cafe had a fusion dessert of pineapple cake and Hong Kong egg tart plus Japanese mochi, triple culture, triple yumminess. That's a lot of dessert. I don't know why, but I've been mostly addicted to making a farm in Hightail. Hightail, is it good? I might need to check out Hightail. Although, I don't know, I've never really meshed with Minecraft. Anything that's even remotely similar. Clint and Sandy. Clint and Sandy. So, are those two paired together at the dance if you don't pick either of them? That's typically how it works, right? The game will pair the two people that are introduced together. People have been asking for Clint for 10 years. No, Clint likes Emily. I vaguely remember that. Who the fuck is asking to marry Clint? I would marry Clint. I could ruin that fucker's life. Who wants that incel weirdo? Me? For fun? I could ruin his fucking life. You hate him? I could ruin his life. I can make him worse. Oh, I can make him worse. I could ruin him. There would be no more blacksmith. It's just gonna be like a fucking Jojo brand blacksmith. like the Undertale, like the Psycho in Undertale. I load up a new Stardew save and I decided I'm just gonna be a fucking psycho. And it's just like the most mundane ass character, but with like glowing red eyes. It's like, I'm gonna fucking fuck shit up on this save. God damn, I'm so anti-Clint. Hopefully with the new update, his character gets some redemption. No, there's no need. I think it's great to have an irredeemable person as a character. Because right now, really, who wants Clint? I'm telling you, you guys are sleeping on the idea that like you're not a force for good in Stardew Valley. Imagine yourself as like a fucking psycho. That's a whole new way to play Stardew Valley. You scoop up Clint and you make his life so much worse. You don't need to redeem a villain, just domesticate them? No. Just fucking drive him crazy. Make like a blacksmithing farm, you know? I hate being mean. Me too. Honestly, me too. It's so hard for me to be evil in like Knights of the Old Republic type game. Oh boy. How am I doing? How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I feel like I could chat with you guys for a long while. Have I missed anything? I feel like I've been out of it. Did anything crazy happen? I'm already marrying Emily in every playthrough. I'm making his life a living hell. That's good too. It's a good, what about in New Vegas? I heard that there's a new Zomboid patch and I need to patch that. I learned the method, so I probably not gonna drive myself crazy doing it. I'll probably do that today, right after the stream. I made it 5 hours into an evil dirge playthrough and I bailed. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done an evil run in... Manly Badass Hero mentioned your name twice in his Rat-a-Ten tournament VOD and it gave me whiplash. Was he saying, fuck that guy? I can understand why Girl DM would get seated. She's a cracked gamer, pro gamer, but who is this random joker? You should have seen it, Randon. It was crazy. Girl DM goes second place. It's crazy that she did like a fucking 12-hour marathon stream. And it's not even like an easy 12-hour where you're playing like fucking Nintendo slop. She was fucking playing Final Fantasy 14 and fucking raiding. For 8 hours. She was raiding for 8 hours in Final Fantasy 14 and then she jumped into a fucking tournament? That is wild. That is crazy, man. Ved, good morning, brother. I'm happy to see you. Ved, oh man, I saw you got super angry about this server. I'm so sorry. I mean, you were saying it's not like the server's fault. It's the game, the programming, the spaghetti code. I'm sad to see it, but you gave the okay, so I think I'm gonna upgrade the server to 0.15 today after I'm done streaming. Matthew, thank you very much for the super chat. There's a farming game I've been following called Grimshire, Furry, Stardew Valley, in a zombie apocalypse where people can starve based on... It's like my idea for a freaking video game. Speaking of furries, I did not know me. Happy to see you. I did not like how Beastar ended. He's just gonna like get the teenagers super fucking angry. I don't want the teens to get angry at me. I don't want the teens to get near me or think about me at all. He's just gonna make them fucking angry. I thought it ended very poorly. Beastars, the TV series. I'm already mad at you, Hawks. So you like the way that it ended? I lost track of it. I don't even think it took a weird turn. It ended like so abruptly. We joke about it, right? But the ending was, I think, word for word. Literally, it was like, looks like the real Beastar was the friends we made along the way. That's like the last line of the show, and then the fucking credits start rolling. It's like, are you kidding me? Yeah, Ham, they ended it. It was the final season part 2. And the fucking last line was like, looks like the real Beastar was the friends we made along. It's like, that's crazy. How do you end a show like that? You're such a story cell. I loved Beastar so much. All right, can I get on King of Chat move? Now I got, it is crazy, man. I think the story arc, the plot of Beastars is like the weakest part of that. The best part of Beastars, the absolute so good, is that like every character I feel like exists. You know, I feel like the author is basing probably 80% of the characters that you see in Beastar on on like a person that they've met in real life. So I'm like reading, I'm like not reading, I'm like watching it. It's like, oh, I know a person just like that, and it's like really good. Did they do a Game of Thrones? I don't even fucking know, man. I don't know. I like the way the CGI looks. I love Legoshi's jet. Yeah, I think Legoshi is a great character. I like all of the characters, and I love watching them interact with each other. I just thought that the plot, the tension, the villain, the arc, were like, there's like detective work. It's like, Omina, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I'm trying to do like a Zatsudan. I'm complaining about the way that Beastars ended. Anyway, I will say that Itagaki Powder's other series is better than I thought. I like Beastars. I just think that when the main plot is getting in the way of the awesome characters and the way they interact, it's just like, and then it's so abrupt. It's like, what? No way! The mangaka of Beastars is the daughter of the mangaka Robaki? It runs in the family. It looks like if Jojo was good. Those are fighting words. Dachi, how can you say it's like a dagger through my heart when my favorite arc is about to start? You didn't know? I don't really keep track of that. I guess I should. I haven't seen it yet. Should I leave? Seen what? Beastars? I think Beastars season 1 and season 2 are really good. Pantstacular, thank you very much for the gifted sub. Membership, sorry. I'm so ready for Steel Ball Run. I've heard Bucket described as Jojo for straight people. Is that true? For me, Jojo ended after part 3. Really? Huh. Well, part 3 is peak. Stardust Crusaders is really good. But man, Steel Ball Run is so good. Steel Ball Run is really good. If Steel Ball Run isn't tied to Uma Musume, I riot. How would they possibly tie it to Uma Musume? I like Stone Ocean. I just hate how short it was compared to the other seasons. Like the anime? I've read the manga, but I don't think I've watched the anime yet. How can you quit Jojo before the best parts 4 is great? I understand why people think that 3 Stardust Crusaders is the best arc. I understand why people think that 4 is the best. 4 is interesting. 4, I think, probably has like... Ah, man, the Dio fans are gonna get fucking mad at me. I think 4 has like the best villain. I really identified with him because he's like, I refuse to go to the gym because I don't want to touch anything that someone else touched with their hand that they jack off with. And it's like, ah, man, I feel that in my bones. I feel that deep in my bones. The part where he's keeping his like fingernails that he cut in a jar. That shit is crazy, dude. Brandon is Kira, noted. Kind of. Maybe 4 had the best villain, but not the coolest. I just like Funny Valentine. I love how he transforms from like a Danny DeVito like character into like Fabio. He's like evil Danny DeVito. It's so good. All right. Can I talk about my... I want to talk about something that I did, that happened to me, not something that I did. I went to Walmart to pick up some stuff, supplies and what have you. What did you do? Okay, Lottie. I went to Walmart like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. About 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I mean, you know, Walmart is just where you go for stuff. And there were Girl Scouts out there. It's Girl Scout cookie season, right? And there were Girl Scouts that were selling cookies. Are you building a prep bunker? Yeah, always. And they're selling cookies, and I was like, oh, I want some Girl Scout cookies. I love Girl Scout cookies. No, Dante, it's the other way around. Fuck you, bro. It's the other way around. They hustled me. I was like, okay, I'll buy some Girl Scout cookies. And I didn't have cash. I was like, you guys take card? And the Girl Scouts were like, yeah, but like, you have to pay, you have to give us your card. And then I was like, what? It's like, we need to put your, they were so aggressive. They were like, yeah, but we have to like put it into you know, our cell phone or whatever, right? They weren't upcharging me. I was like, I have never had to do this. And the Girl Scouts were fucking intimidating as shit. One of them was brandishing a fucking lead pipe. The other one had like a fucking gnarly ass fucking Yakuza scar down one eye. And I was so intimidated. I was like, is that normal? And they're like, yeah, it's normal. You want the cookies or not, old man? And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, no, Firestorm, exactly. So I pulled out the credit card and I'm like, this seems wrong. Like, I don't think I've ever done this before. And they were literally inputting the credit card number on my credit card, right? And they were like, now give us the 3 wacky numbers on the back of the card, old man. I was like, I don't feel like, it's like, we've already done it. It's too late. And it's like, oh shit. So I flipped it over and I gave them the 3 wacky numbers on the back. And then they charged me, you know, whatever, $30. They gave me the cookies and they're like, now scram. These aggressive ass like Girl Scouts. And I was like, that doesn't seem okay. And there's another thing that happened years ago. Now this one might be my fault. This current one, not my fault. I got hustled, right? I think it was like 8 or 9 years ago. I think it was at Walmart. I got hustled because they were taking pre-orders for Girl Scout cookies, and I filled out a form and then I gave them cash money and they fucking never mailed the cookies out to me. So they just took like $20 from me. So that one was on me. I got hustled by people that were like wearing Girl Scout uniforms, but they never mailed me out. Do not mail order cookies. They were like, oh yeah, pre-orders. That one was fucking crazy. But this one, they were there, they gave me the cookies, but they fucking took my credit card information. And I'm pretty sure they were like Girl Scout Yakuza. I don't know. And it felt weird. Like I didn't sleep well that night because it's like, oh man, I'm gonna wake up and somebody's gonna fucking buy like a 1998 Toyota Camry with my credit card or something. What kind of cookies did I get? I got 2 Samoas and 3 Thin Mints. There's like a new flavor in a pink box. It's like a cake cookie, and they were like, get the cake one, old man. I was like, I don't really like it. It's like, what did they call me? You're so old. You're too scared to try new stuff. It was scary, man. Rocky Road. There you go. Anyways, long story short, I canceled my credit card the next day. I couldn't sleep at night because I was like, oh man, they're gonna buy like a fucking Camry with my money, and then they're gonna fucking whack a dude. They're gonna whack a dude with the Camry that they buy with my card, and then the cops, the fucking feds are gonna come. I canceled it. I dead ass canceled it, and I'm waiting for a new card. I still don't have my new card in the mail. Justified paranoia. So I fucking canceled my card, and I have no card. Terrorizing senior citizens, saying at them. What time are we in? A shrubbery. Anyways, so there's a second part of this story. Are you guys ready? I got intimidated by Yakuza Girl Scouts, and then just a couple days ago I went out to get groceries and I forgot that I don't have a working credit card. So I went to the grocery store and I was buying, you know, my garbage, my instant pizza, whatever. And there was a lot of groceries. I think I bought like over $100 worth of groceries, and then I got to the front. And then I handed the clerk my card, and as I handed the card and it like I unpinched, you know, I didn't hand him my card. I swiped. Wait, what did I do? Well, anyways, as I was starting to use it, as I was mid-use, I was like, oh shit, that thing doesn't work. And the credit card was obviously declined, right? And I was like, oh man, I completely forgot. I don't have anything because my credit card, my debit card's not working. And the clerk was like, oh, do you have any cash? He's like, no, I don't have any cash. Do you have a credit card? He's like, no, I have nothing. Just, did you pay with your body? I did not. It was bad. Like, that's a lot of groceries that have to return, you know, into the respective aisles and stuff like that. Yeah, the clerks at the Piggly Wiggly were like, oh man, I'm sorry, sir. We're just gonna have to beat you with sticks. So they took me out to the back of the grocery store, like 6 or 7 of the clerks with their sticks, and they, you know, they beat the shit out of me in the back of the grocery store, and I had to crawl back home. No. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I didn't have groceries. Gotta use a lead pipe. No, they use wooden sticks. They use wooden sticks. I bet you liked it. I didn't like it that much. There's a reason why I keep a $100 bill in my traveling belt. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh no, I need all those Magnum guns and Scotch whiskey and cucumbers for my Magnum dong. I love Danny DeVito. Look at this pathetic old orc, pointing and laughing at him. I still don't have my card, so. Lead pipes are for canceled transactions, 150 and up. Thank God I was only at like 115, 120. Always have some cash in case you need to beg for your life. It's probably a good idea. I love the video editing mashups they do of Danny DeVito in video games. Oh, that sounds awesome. Crowbars and pipes. It's true, I was one of the clerks. You were beating the shit out of me with the piece of plywood. My friend exclusively used his phone to pay for things and leaves his wallet at home, and the amount of times he's gone to a place without to have to pay, and we've covered him, is a lot. I could give you info. I refuse to buy Apple products, so I don't have an iPhone. I think you're talking about Apple Pay, Apple Card, Apple something. No hate to people that buy the Apple iPhones. I don't want to buy it, so I'm not gonna. Google Pay exists too. Oh, I don't want to give my shit to Google either though. There's Apple and Samsung Pay. I might have a Samsung. Google and Samsung have something similar now. There's no need. Amerly, thank you very much for being on a 3-stream streak. Much appreciated. That's my story. I still don't have a card. Hopefully it comes in sometime this week. iPhones are the only Apple product I buy, and it's just because I don't want to get used to a new type of phone. I mean, it's good. Cool story, bro. Do people in Orc America really give you the stink eye if you don't own an iPhone? No. There's like a surprising amount of people in Orc America that don't even have cell phones yet. That's like crazy to imagine, but it's true. There's like a crazy amount of people that don't have like broadband internet. That like wilds me out. It's crazy. By significant, I mean like over 20% of the country. Like I go back home, not home, but you know, I go back home or I'm visiting like other family members and they have like neighbors that like don't have like anything. It's crazy. They're not Amish. You guys fucking roasted me for saying Amish. Like I'm a freaking idiot. I am an idiot, but that's not why. This is why Starlink was pretty interesting. Yeah. You guys are so mean to me. I still have a Samsung 21 FE. What the heck is a 21 FE? I'm shocked how well the battery is holding up because every other phone I've had before would have a terrible battery life. That's why I like the idea. There was like a brand, there was like a model. There was like a model of Motorola where like you could slap a battery on there. Like the phone itself was like modular, so you could put a fucking battery on. And I would have loved to have had that phone and just continue to put new batteries on there, but like the model like fizzled. Like it didn't sell enough, and they're like, we're discontinuing, you know? We're discontinuing. You know what I would do if I was a phone manufacturer? I would make the Hunter x Beetle phone. The Beetle phone made me laugh. Nomi, thank you very much for being a member 21 months. I forgot to say, I just got a new job and it's way better than the liquor store I was at. The gnome is a business gnome now. Congratulations, you made it. That's awesome. That's like, that's hard. I know a lot of people in my like personal life that like can't get work, and they're very qualified. They're very, very, very competent people. Not just the fact that they're educated, like they have like specific education for something that in my opinion is, if not essential, very close to essential, and they can't find work, which is crazy. It's rough out there. It's like insane. Like imagine, like this is crazy. Like why is it hard for like a nurse to get a job? That's crazy, right? Somebody working in healthcare, that should be like an auto, like they're like, oh, thank God we desperately need, you know? People who work in like these like sectors, like they should not have trouble getting a job. It's crazy. Can't get hired for shit. It's crazy, man. I'm terrified of losing my job. Burgerland is a wasteland. It's like, it's weird. It's weird. Yeah, like, Ham, I feel like it's like crazy because it's like everywhere is understaffed. Everywhere has like not enough people manning the booths or whatever, right? The wait times are crazy. It's like, just hire more people. This is crazy. By the way, Randy, what's your opinion about lever action rifles? New patch of Zomboid gives you a 30-30 deer lever action rifle. I think lever action rifles are cool. I think they're cool, but I don't think I would ever own one. They're cool. I don't want to talk trash, you know? They're cool. I like them. I don't think I would ever, you know. Does Jimmy own one? Jimmy does not own one. Jimmy likes tactical shit. Jimmy likes tactical shit. And he's the type of guy that has like... he's the type of guy that has like a gajillion guns, like no ammo. Like he buys it when he goes to the range. He's like, oh, come on, man. Jimmy in my head is like a more quiet, smug version of you. He's not. Jimmy is not smug, but he is more quiet because he's probably on the spectrum, you know? He's quiet. He's like really competent. Everything that he does, he gets really good at, you know? You too, Diva. Does he have the wall of guns? No. Jimmy has a family, so he can't do that. He's got like a beefy safe. The quiet boy in class? No, he was surprisingly popular because he's like a good-looking dude. He's so funny when we were growing up. Oh, do I want to give you stories about Jimmy? He's so funny when we grew up because he's like a handsome guy. So he would constantly be dating someone, and then they'd be with them for like a week and be like, oh, I thought you were the strong silent type, but you're, well, you are strong, but you're most, he's kind of like Sasuke. Yeah. How do you keep a partner when like you just don't give a shit about anything except what you know? I remember. All right, I'm gonna tell you this story, right? This was the era where Jimmy was really into skateboarding. This is him in high school. He got really good at skateboarding. He got really good. He wasn't just like you know like everybody went to high school, at least here in Burgerston. Everybody here went to somebody that was like a self-proclaimed skater, but they could barely ollie, right? Jimmy could actually like go to a skate park. He could do like the half pipe and shit. Like he got really good at skateboarding. But this is like legendary. Jimmy was dating someone and then they went out on a date. And they ate at the Burger King and then they went straight to the skate park and Jimmy was practicing skateboarding for 3 hours. And they were just sitting there and watching him skate. And to him, that was a good date. That was fun. And then of course that person's like, oh, I'm gonna date someone else. And then he threw up. He did not throw up. So he had trouble finding someone to date him for more than 2 weeks when he was in high school. He had a lot of trouble finding someone that, so usually it would be like people that like go to a, you know, I don't know, fucking homecoming dance or whatever. Power move. It's not even a power move. It's just like he's completely unaware of anything that's like not his obsession, his fixation. When we were young kids in elementary school, it was yo-yoing. He got really good at yo-yoing, and then it was skateboarding, and then he became like a gearhead with cars. He was obsessed with like buying. He had like a piece of shit. You guys watch Trailer Park Boys? It was like that fucking shitmobile. Jimmy immediately bought a shitmobile, and he was like always trying to like fix it up so that it would run consistently. Oh my god. Jimmy's wife must be an expert at dealing with undiagnosed ADHD. Well, you know what? The bar is on the floor, man. Am I gonna get like aunties crawling up my fucking ass? Jimmy has 2 things going for him, right? 3 things. 2 things. He's got 2 things going for him. He has a job and he's not a bigot. It doesn't matter that like he has absolutely no communication skills. He's not a bigot and he has a job. It's like, boom, there you go. Let's go! Let's go! That's all you need, brother. The bar is so low. What a catch. I mean, it's crazy, man. I love my sister-in-law. She's a great person. We're joking here, but I think they work really well together. The unadulterated riz of a man with a job. They work well together. Oh man, the childhood, the orange fight. That was fucking crazy. How are we still alive? All I got going for me is that I really like to bring up borrow trauma. I'm still trying to get Unkslop into playing, you know, a round of borrow trauma. We must know how Jimmy met his wife. I actually don't know. Not work. I don't think Jimmy's the type of guy to use what is it? Dating websites either. How did he meet his wife? Probably introduced by a friend. I don't know. I don't talk to my family enough to know what, like, where that, you know. Christian. It's the saddest thing. My mom is like the sweetest lady, but none of us are practicing. I feel bad, but not bad enough to pretend or actually, you know. she's a great role model, but I just can't. The orc version of Shindig. Oh my god. Skid. Good-looking orcs with jobs don't need dating apps. I guess it's true. I don't know. I mean, you just need to be a good person, I guess, even if you don't go to church. Yeah! I don't think I'm a good person, but I wish I was. I think for me, my way to be good is to have no impact. Try to be completely invisible and like have no effect on people whatsoever, because I so easily accidentally like ruin people's day. So I would rather just be invisible. Minecraft! I've been watching you play Minecraft in my chair. I'm like, I want to play some Minecraft. Not a wife, Softabus. You know, they dated for like 3 years, 4 years, something like that. I don't know. Just by having this stream, you have made my day better. Oh, thank you, thank you. Fuck you, Randon. I ended up playing Diablo 2 because nostalgia bug hit me from watching you play. It's been 20 years. Azara, do you want loot? How how far into the game are you? I could give you some starter loot if you want. I could rush you. Can I be my mental image of Jimmy Nuring looks like your VTuber model, but with a 10-gallon hat? He's not as wide. He's like skinnier, but not a skinny guy. And yes, he does love to wear. He loves to wear cowboy hats. It's funny. It's like, bro, you don't have a ranch. Who are you kidding? Anywho. Isn't he jacked? He used to have like a full gym, but I think that's been relegated to the garage. He's father pilled right now. He doesn't really work out as much as he used to. I did about 6 hours yesterday and got to Act 4. Let me know if you want gear / loot. I'll hook you up. I'm like your crack dealer. Would you like a would you like an insight polearm for your merc? Give you that mana crack that you need to continue to use your spells, you know? Based and father pilled. When it stops being free. It stops being free as soon as I could, you know, make a quick buck. Does he like dad jokes? If not, then he has a long way to be a true dad. He has never been much of a joke guy. The most I've ever seen out of him is like a sensible chuckle, which is crazy because we've watched Always Sunny together. It's like the most psycho thing in the world when like we're watching Always Sunny together and like drinking a beer, and then, you know, something happens and I'm like cracking up, and then he just goes like a sensible chuckle. I've never seen him belly laugh at all. I feel like he only laughs when he needs to. He's like, I should denote that I found that amusing, or else my brother is gonna think that I'm a fucking psychopath. So he gives like a sensible chuckle. Tickle him the next time you meet. No offense, Danchi, but I refuse, because I tickled him when we were babies, when we were really young, and he bit me. So I don't think I'm ever gonna tickle him ever again because of that. God, I think he was like 7 years old and barely verbal. He bit me. Married with Children was Sunny's predecessor? I feel like Trailer Park Boys was Always Sunny's predecessor. It's like the same fucking show. It's the same show. It's the same show, and they even have the same style of like intro. with the elevator music. I don't think he'll bite you now, although it's your family to talk about, so yeah. Speaking of crack, I got whitelisted for a GTA RP server. I'm gonna be a goon for hire. Kyo, good morning. That's a huge dub. Married is Trailer Park Boys' predecessor. That might be true. Maybe. Maybe. So there was like a big GTA RP server, and it got me thinking. That's completely player driven, right? There's no like NPCs that you like. It's not like a Final Fantasy 14 where there's like quest NPCs, right? Like everything in that a GTA RP server is like character driven. You just go and you do shit, and there's like NPCs that you could rob and kill, but like it's not like there's a raid boss or some shit, right? As far as I know, you just RP. Yeah, not for me. Not for me. I can't talk to that many new people. It's crazy. There's basic repeatable quests to make money, but I think that's it. You control though. Hi, I just want to know if you'd be interested in playing the new Pokemon game, Pokopia. I heard it's good. Do you need a Switch 2 to play it? I don't have a Switch 2. And honestly, I don't think I'll ever buy a Switch 2. You do? Yeah, then that's pretty much... Honestly, if I could... I have a OLED Switch 1, which I bought and I never used. If it was on the Switch 1, there might be like a 20% chance of me playing it, but because it's on the Switch 2, like I don't think I'll ever have the opportunity to play it. Unless I could steal a Switch 2 off of a child walking down the street. All right, you know what? I'll go ahead and make you the promise, right? The 120. If I could procure a Switch 2 by stealing it from a baby, then I will play Pokopia. I also have an OLED Switch and I use it to watch YouTube. That's kind of a gigabrain move. Maybe you could sell your Switch 1. Are Switch 1s valuable now? Are they valuable? As an Animal Crossing fan, I'm getting massive FOMO from Pokopia. I've played a little bit of Animal Crossing because Fleshy gifted me the one for Switch, and I was playing it and I liked it, but I kind of fell off it because I mean I heard they changed it, right? I felt like, oh man, like I want the stuff. It's too slow for me to get the stuff to make my island pretty. But I heard now there's like a creative mode, which is like right up my alley. I think that was like the first Animal Crossing I've ever played. Brandon, what if you picked a job in an RP server that makes you live far away from most people, like being a fisherman? Now and then you could come across someone that you're not in the busy city. Maybe. I think my main problem is like, if I did join an event like that, I'm not saying I'm ever invited, but if I did join was invited, I joined an event like that, I would think to myself like, I'm not doing enough to make it worth it, and I took someone else's slot, so it's better for me not to go. I'm assuming that there's like a limited amount of space on the server, like 32 person server or something. To me, Animal Crossing was just more of a boring, slower version of Harvest Moon. Well, it's completely different from Harvest Moon because you're not actually like growing crops, right? You fish and you pick flowers and fruit and stuff like that. There's no real reason to play. And then you have to get into debt with Tom Nook. They did add crops in a patch. No way, really? There's farming now? It's mostly for making food? What? There are ads in the trains and stations around Tokyo for Pokopia. It's kind of insane to see. What were the ads when I was in Japan? I don't remember. I mean, I couldn't read any of it, so... What games am I interested in playing? Man! There was a game that I was super interested in playing, but it never came out. It's the one where you could drive like a 1992 Toyota pickup and travel through time to like fucking Burgundy in France in like the medieval era and just fucking run people over with your Toyota pickup. That shit looks fucking awesome, and it never came out. Play Bad Ben? I've already played Bad Ben! Kingmaker. The one with the time travel is still in development. I was hoping that it would be out, you know? Yes, Danshi. Danshi, on your recommendation, I bought Horsey Game, but I keep forgetting to add it to the docket. Sounds like Carmageddon. Yes! Maybe I'll play it next week. Just buy a 92 Tacoma, a bottle of red, and IRL it. That's... I'm just gonna stop streaming, and then like 3 years later, I'll be like, oh yeah, I went to prison. I'm back, guys. You know, I bought a truck and then got fucking wasted and just started, you know. I went postal. Fucking caught my ass, sent me to jail for 3 years. Prison Randon. I love that we wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Sorry, I'm a minute behind due to work Wi-Fi. Server I'm joining for GTA is supposed to have over 150 people? Wow. I was thinking like 32 people. That's crazy. There's a new Tomodachi Life. Is that also Nintendo? Brandon, would you become the prison bitch? They would fight wars for my tasty green ass. I'm like the Helen of Troy of the correction system. It's crazy. King Okaze, thank you very much for the super chat. Hey, Randon, you talked about male VTubing before, but I had a question. Do you think male VTubers should try different content styles like game devlogs and using their avatar mainly as a talking head? I mean, yeah, right? Definitely. Ah, man. Like the idea of like an avatar to represent your character is like old on YouTube. Like what we would call PNG tubing, right? That shit is like ancient. That shit has been on YouTube for a long time. And there's some like million subscriber creators that like do that. Yes, they're like PNG tubers. And they probably wouldn't describe themselves as a VTuber. They'd be like, I don't know what that is. That's not me. So like that's, I mean, you definitely should. I mean, I hate giving catch-all advice. It's like, oh man, oh yeah, just do what you love. You know, I think like that's not really, I hate giving advice that's not actionable, right? Without like some very specific, I don't like giving non-specific advice. I don't think this is helpful to very many people. I think the thing that trips up a lot of people when they're trying to make videos or stream or whatever, and you know, I fall victim to this too, right? Is like we get too focused on what's gonna get numbers, what's gonna get like more people that are watching, and we stop thinking about like what's actually fun. What would I watch? What would I For me, it's more like what non-normal advantages do male VTubers have that haven't been leveraged yet, because the normal streaming space is pretty oversaturated. I actually don't think the normal streaming space is oversaturated. It's only oversaturated if you think that everybody that would like to watch streams is already watching streams. And there's like zero number of people that would be interested in watching a streamer, but they've never watched a stream before. Does that make sense? If your goal is to get out there and then get an audience of people that love to watch your streams, but they've been watching streams for the last 5 to 10 years, then you're screwed. Frankly, like, you're screwed because you're taking the viewer of somebody else that watches streams. The correct way to approach a streaming career is to be like, how do I trick a person that has never watched a stream before and isn't interested in watching streams into watching my stream? And that's basically the VTuber boom. Does that make sense? The VTuber boom began because there was a lot of anime fans that would never watch fucking XQC or whatever, right? They're like, fuck that guy. But then they're like, okay, I'll watch like an anime character. Yeah, let's do it. And it's like they've never watched a stream before, and they're like, I'll watch it. And it's like millions of people who would never watch a stream suddenly started watching a stream because VTubers, and it's like anime fans became stream watchers, which is like good. And that's pretty much done. Like any anime fan that's not gonna watch a streamer is not, you can't coax them into watching it because they already know that we exist, and they're just like, that's not for me, which is perfectly fine. Wow, this anime girl slurs just like me. No. So that boom is done. You could say that like it's over, right? The added bonus of that is that a lot of VTuber fans are baby stream watchers. So they don't know the meta. And I think the meta are... Oh man, I'm gonna make some enemies. I think the meta of facecam streamers is like terrible. Is fucking bad. They're like fucking gambling on stream. I think it's fucking trash. There's something wholesome about this little subgenre. They hate us. I don't give a fuck whether they hate us. Go watch their gambling stream. I don't give a fuck. It's terrible. Like when we start seeing gambling VTubers, then it's done. It's time to back it up, and it's like, okay, fuck it, let's just quit. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done pissing people off. So if you're trying to become like a VTuber or like a streamer, it shouldn't be like, I want to get fans that already like VTubers and watch VTubers. It should be like, is there a group of people that do not watch streams that I could trick them into watching my stream? And then you got yourself a plan, right? I feel like more people VTuber are not stream and just make videos. Yeah. So that's the advice that I would give. Maybe that's like not actionable. It's too vague. I don't think there's an oversaturation. I just think that too many people are trying to yoink other people's viewers, and not enough people are thinking. Well, I'll give you an example, right? Like, what if your favorite thing is like woodworking? I don't think there's any overlap in like woodworking streamers, people that do like, you know, carving or some shit like that, right? But imagine if it's like the woodworking community is like, look, there's a guy on fucking Twitch, and he looks like a hot anime boy, and he's lit. Like, look at the shit that he's carving. And then you'll get like a bunch of woodworkers that are like, oh, I never watch streams, but I like the way that this person does that, you know? And then suddenly you got a bunch of fans that have never watched a stream before that are like watching you. Shit like that. I do know exactly one woodworking video. There you go. Like that's the method. That sounds like I'm clapping. Okay. Anyways, that's the mindset. Find out what topics your grandmother watches YouTube videos about. 3 million view videos about garden planting updates. Find a way to share your hobby while wearing an anime avatar. Yeah, exactly. Yo, Yuyuko, thank you very much for the 100 bits. This reminds me of Reggie's Blue Sea strategy. Ah, Blue Ocean, Red Ocean. Yeah, when they first released the Wii and DS, they were like, what if we appeal to people who don't play games at all? Exactly. Yo, Lethe, thank you very much for coming out. I appreciate it. Finally made it for a stream, but I have to sleep now. But I miss your chatting stream so much. I think I feel pretty good. I might be able to get to 2 hours. I don't know if I can do a 3 hours out. Man, I used to do like 4 or 5 hours Zatsudan. That was crazy. I'm gonna try to do a Zatsudan every week from now on. I'll do my best. I can't promise that I will, but you know, I'll do my best. And then maybe I could work that Zatsudan muscle up to doing like a 4-hour Zatsu. So far, I think I'm doing okay. All right, time to become the first VTuber to illustrate how to rob a bank. You start by asking for a job application. I mean, you gotta be like... you gotta be like, like an IRL streamer. No, don't do that. Don't be an IRL streamer. I'm gonna be the first fed VTuber. Oh my god. I don't know. I hesitate to give people this type of advice because I do feel like I lucked out. And I'm like comfortable where I am. I've got like a community that I can hang out with and play video games with. And I don't need anything more than this. So I give advice to people that are like trying to start out, and it just feels really disingenuous. And I apologize for that. I lucked out. I also think that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. There's nothing that pisses me off more than people... There's nothing that pisses me off more than people that, like, just started out and they found maybe a little bit of success and then they're suddenly out there giving advice. That shit fucking pisses me off a lot. It's like, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not just for streaming. I mean, the most common place to see that is weightlifting, right? Because it's like you could get people hurt if you start giving them advice and you're not an instructor. I mean, you could be. I've been weightlifting for like a long time, and I don't think I'm good enough to be an instructor. Like I don't know, just like the MLM mom influ. What's MLM? I see MLM, and I don't think it's. I don't think that's what. I don't think that's multi-level. I look at MLM and I see something very different. I was like, what the fuck is an MLM mom influ? What the fuck? What the fuck is an MLM mom in? What the fuck is an MLM mom influencer? I don't even want to fucking know, man. That's crazy. Lugia, thank you very much for being a member for 29 months. Another method people who have never watched VTubers was playing GTA, the part where they say that line and they're like, yeah. I also just think that is good. There's like, is good. You got to do what you can to stand out. It was like a different era. I mean, there's multiple cult leader VTubers, but they're cool and not actual cult leaders or MLM. What is multi-level marketing? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Pyramid schemes. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Pyramid scheme. What? Cult? I don't know. I was what the kale? Thank you very much for the super chat. Randon, I'm closing on a house today, and here I am sending super chats when I have a mortgage now. Congratulations! You hit... like, you made it. That's incredible. That's a big win. How much work is it going to take to make your house defensible in the coming apocalypse? Can I be a guard orc? I could live in a corner of your garage. Can I be a guard orc? Digging a moat is free. It is. Too much. I'm screwed. That's like the dream. I remember being a teen and an MLM lady tried to make me buy $300 worth of stuff to sell online at 16. I laughed and said no. You're smarter than me. I feel like at 16 I would have fucking, you know. Dude! Like Admiral Boom, a roof cannon would be so good. A lot, because there's really big windows in the living room. Yeah, you don't want to board those up. Not like right now. We could work on it together. What if what if the windows, you know, put like a pit trap, like a 2-foot wide pit trap just inside the window, so they jump in through the windows. They're like, ah, and they're like, ah. Home Alone broken glass trap, exactly. Lurker. Good morning, good morning. Aren't Orc American houses made mostly of plywood? I'm not sure they can be made properly defensible when a person with an axe can make their own door anywhere. It's true. It is mostly plywood. I think the counterpoint to that is like, if it takes you more than, like, for example, yeah, let's say you're taking an axe and you're trying to break your way through. I mean, I don't even need a gun. I could just use a spear. As soon as you're pulling like a Shining, it's Johnny, and then bam, spear to the face, right? Spear to the face. It just takes too long. If it takes more than like 5, 6, 7 minutes to break in, and like there's a point where like you can look at the inside but you can't get in yet, then that's some spear work right there, buddy. Instead of breaking a single window. Exactly. Well, you could say that. You could say that. Never say that ever again. The process has been stressful, but thank you, Randon, for always helping me relax. I definitely could have gotten through the process without your streams. I appreciate it. Yo, I appreciate that. It couldn't have happened to a better person. You made it. That, like, I don't know. That's a huge accomplishment. Would the HOA approve a moat? HOAs, am I right? Dutch chairman, can I ask you a question? Do they have HOAs in the Netherlands? Or even in like Europe? No, they do, right? I think in the UK they have like mini, you know, they have like a no, but I do what I want. Not in France. No, they absolutely do not in the Netherlands. There you go. You're fine. Oh, Orc Commando. Thank you very much for subscribing over on Twitch. Girl, I don't know. I don't even own a house. I've never seen or heard of it in Norway. With the Stephen King universe boom, a tour of the hotel would be perfect. Yeah. What's an HOA? Okay, an HOA... What's the best way to describe it? An HOA is a bullshit mini government where you live. It's a bullshit mini government where you live. It's like a group, it's like a neighborhood, a group of houses. And usually a boomer started it and they're using it to make people's lives miserable. It's a bullshit government that has no power. That's what it is. And they're like, oh, your grass is too long. Give me 20 bucks. Oh, you need to, you know, you can only use this. Here's the acceptable colors that you could paint your house. And if it's not within the acceptable colors, then you have to pay me 50 bucks. And oh, you also have to change it so that it's correct. Here's the thing. The reason why you have to do it is because a lot of these HOAs, they're like fucking gangs, right? So when you about to buy a house or rent a house or whatever, like move into a neighborhood, like before you could rent, you have to sign a contract. That's where the power comes from. They're like, we don't let you move in here if you don't sign this contract that says that you'll do what we tell you to do. That's the concept of a homeowners association. Otherwise, you could just tell them to fuck off, right? It's like a mini government. There are worse types trying to find the non-members. Yeah. I'm convinced that HOAs are cults. It's just because like a boomer tried to fucking push someone around and they told them to fuck off. And they're like, I wish I had a legally binding method to bully people. And they're like, I know. The next time someone moves in, let's force them to write a contract where we could sue them if they don't do what we tell them to do. That's the concept behind an HOA. I mean, the only way to win is to just be like, fuck you, I'm not moving into any place with an HOA, which I think is happening. I've heard or read, probably on Reddit or somewhere, that like the HOA is dying because there's like an entire generation of people that like, is it like, oh, it's an HOA? I ain't fucking moving there then. So like these houses and these apartments are like, they're empty. Like they can't sell them. They can't rent them because nobody will move into a place that has an HOA. So they're starting to die out. At the end of the day, just money talks, right? Like why would you have, it like lowers the value of your house. It's like, oh, I have a house and I'm trying to sell it, but I took like $80 to $100,000 off the value of the house because it's a fucking HOA. It's better just to leave the HOA, right? They're kind of toothless and they do small improvements in the neighborhood. I feel like that's the type that I would, you know, that I would join. I wouldn't join anything. In Florida, they're trying to ban them. However, I'm not sure if they got banned. That'd be a huge dub for Florida if they're banned. I wonder. I don't think I've ever been a part of one, you know? So maybe Brandon Swamp Association. Just, there's only one rule when you're joining Randon Swamp Association. Get the fuck out of my swamp. I would love nothing more than to get like a 5-acre swamp and just disappear into the middle of it. You cannot own more than 3 towels. Leave my towels alone, bro. I take good care of my towels. Daniel, good morning, good morning. Watotodile, it's good to see you, brother. Good morning. Yeah, I've got the, I feel like the yips are still there, but I think I could do this once a week. I'm a 3-towel Andy. Only if the swamp has internet. Yeah, that's like non-negotiable. If I ran an HOA, there would only be one law. There would only be one bylaw, which is like, don't ever talk to me or look at me. Otherwise, you could do whatever the fuck you want. And I'll eat anyone that invades our homeowners association or our neighborhood. I'll just eat them. Like an ogre. Like I'll grind their bones to make my bread. That's the benefit of joining Randon's HOA. Don't ever look at me or talk to me. And if there's like an invader in our neighborhood, I'll come out and then I'll, you know, grind their bones to make my bread. Never rub another man's rhubarb. But for you guys, Verdandi, Ultrafist, Daimao, Hux, Kale, I would make an exception. I would let you rub my rhubarb. Okay? Britt, thank you very much for being a member for 19 months. Hi, Randy. Good to see you. Miss you. Yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Brandon, you cook the mailman? The mailman could wear like a collar. You know? the mailman could wear a collar that has like a you know, like like supersonic, like hypersonic, something like that, where like you can't hear it, but it's constantly sending out like a pulse at like a pitch that normal people can't hear. And I'm like, ah! I'm like running towards it, like it's like, oh, it's the mailman. And then I would fuck off. Let's see Paul Allen's HOA. I need to study for an exam I have next week. See you next time. Daniel, I hope you have a good time studying, and I hope you ace your exams. Have a good time. Do you allow exotic animal companions like a Komodo dragon? I mean, for a while, mine own brother was on the run for breeding illegal reptiles, so I'll look the other way, you know? Maybe it was the mailman Gray. Good morning. Happy to see you. Brandon, I will not get out of your swamp. I colonized it for the Netherlands and now will polder it? Polder? What does polder mean? Wait, that was real, not a bit? That's a bit. That's definitely a bit. Although, definitely... Alright, do you want to know, like, the source of that bit? Do you want to know the source of that bit? It's because my brother, when we were younger, had a get-rich-quick plan where he would take 2 iguanas and let them, you know, breed, and then he would sell iguanas. He wanted like $1,000 to buy like a car part or something. So he's like, what if I get 2 iguanas that I just like catch off the side of the road or whatever, and then, you know, they'll fuck, and they'll have eggs, and then I could sell the iguanas to, like, you know, people. Yeah, he wanted to start an iguana mill. That's the idea. Like, you know, with every bit, there is like a kernel of truth, right? With every bit, there's a kernel of truth. Yeah, Charlie, that makes you sad, right? That makes you like Jimmy a little bit less, right? That was when he was young and dumb and stupid, right? I don't think he would ever do that now, but the problem was that he had 0 iguanas. Very sad. It is. It is. Are iguanas invasive? I don't know. Matthew, thank you very much for the super chat. Mr. HOA President, what is your policy on dealing with lemon stealing harlots? They are my family's generational wealth. I know the canon way to deal with a no-good lemon stealing whore. That's me, right? I've stolen more than a few lemons in my day. I know the canon way to deal with that. But our HOA is going to do things a little bit differently, right? And we're going to keel haul them. First off, we have to buy a HOA boat, and then we have to keel haul them. I know. It seems like a waste of HOA funds. That's your solution to everything? I mean... I don't want the boat. If it were my choice, I wouldn't have a boat, but you know, we gotta, you know. Swamp HOA keel hauls you on an airboat. Those like airboats, those like flat bottom with a giant fucking fan. Those are not safe. I feel like a lot of people die on those. They are not they're not easy to control. There's a lot of things that could go wrong on that thing. Why boat? Why not a submarine? That's a good point. That's a good point. The reason, Naurus, is that I feel like the temptation to become like a narco smuggler would be too great if we had an HOA submarine. And then we'll all die, right? We'll be like horning in on someone else's turf, and then we'll all die. Which I would like to not die. HOA Ocean Gate submarine. I think I read somewhere that the main reason why that shit happened is because they stored their stupid ass submarine outside for the winter. And you know, like when you freeze carbon fiber, it just fucking dies. You can't freeze it ever. And then there was an email that was like, we sure this is going to be a problem? How cold does it get in Canada? How cold does it get in Canada? How cold does it get in Canada? I've never seen a more American email in my fucking life. Just a little chilly, it's not that bad. How cold does it get in Canada? Fucking idiots. It's hard to joke about it because like a kid died. That just doesn't sit right with me, but like that is fucking stupid. I would trust Renan to pilot my subs. I've seen how he plays FTL. Where oxygen is used as a reward for a hard-won fight. A double ration of oxygen for you, Watotodile. You get your standard ration, Donchi. I saw you. I saw you trying to, you know. I saw you trying to catch one of the boarders. Oh, you have to kill them. Please, just a crumb. It gets worse when you find out that the kid was scared of going in. Yeah, that's like crazy, man. Man, why are we talking about Ocean Gate in 2026? Because the fucking Markiplier movie. A kid, relatively speaking, like an older teenager. I thought he was like in high school, right? I think if you're in high school, you still count as like a baby. Is that wrong? Am I like objectively being dumb? Like to my brain is, I mean, I'm so fucking old that like I think even like undergrad college is like, oh, you're like a baby. Ah, you're right. I might be the wrong one. It's been a while. I think he's like in high school. He was like a junior or something. You're a baby until you're 25. 25? Yeah. I would say that. The thing is, like, the way that I judge that. The way is this the wrong way to judge it? Because like some people are broken down by work when they're like 17 or 18, if they're working like customer service or whatever. Oh. So teenagers can be edgy and be like, I'm a nihilist. This doesn't count. In my opinion, this does not count because all teenagers go through that phase, right? When you have lost every spark of hope in life, that's when you're an adult to me. And I love the fact that like you can be an adult and you could be like 60 and you still got that joy for life. I'm all for that. Congratulations. I'm happy for you, but I also hate you. Like you're an adult when every last spark of hope has been like burned out of you by, you know, work and whatever. The moment you get scammed by the IRS for the first time, welcome to adulthood, kiddo. I lost my spark and I still don't feel like an adult. Nobody ever feels like an adult, but I think you do count as an adult, Gwebin. I saw plenty of depressed and weathered people who are completely the dumbest children in their brains still doesn't check out. I mean, kids, like children can be depressed, you know? Children can be beat down. It's like a different, I don't know how to describe it, Gray. There's like, I can look at a person that's like in their mid-30s and it's like, you still have hope. It's like an intangible... There's a difference between being unhappy and waiting to die. Does that make sense, Gray? Do you understand? Like, you could be unhappy, but you're like, oh man, I wish my life was better. Oh man, this sucks. Like, oh, I can't keep going on. But like, you still hope that there will be a day where, you know, can get food and you could maybe buy a house, right? When you reach the point where you're just waiting to die, that's when you're an adult. Brandon entering the controversial zone now. Which one are you? I'm an adult. I'm definitely by my own metric, I'm an adult. Damn, then I was an adult for many. Fallout Man, I know that you're an adult. I feel it. I know it. We're in the adult club. That's not being an adult. When you spend a whole day in bed looking at the ceiling and not being able to get out of bed, that's when you know. That's... Azhar, I will like respectfully disagree sometimes. That's just, you're sad, you know? Sometimes that's depression, which is different from being an adult. You could not be depressed, but just be waiting to die. Is that weird? Also depression? Yeah. When I say waiting to die, I don't mean like suicidal idea, like any of that. It's like an intangible... There's a 30 Rock joke where I think makes a lot of sense. There's a 30 Rock joke where Tina Fey and her producer, I forgot what his name was, Pete, they're like dreading doing something. They have to do something for one of their actors on their show, 30 Rock, right? And then there's a joke where they're like, oh my god, I forgot we still have to do that. And then Pete is like, well, look on the bright side. We might die before we have to do it. Tina Fey's like, oh man, that would be awesome. If we could die before we had to do that. That's the mindset. I don't think either of them are suicidal or depressed. I think they're living their life, but they're just like, I don't want to fucking do that. It's like you're looking at a fucking nuclear blast heading towards you. It's just like, you know what? That's fine. That's okay. I think if you look at like your own impending death and you're like, no, there's too much shit that I wanted to do. No, I wanted to fucking smell a fucking flower on a mountaintop. There's so much stuff that I wanted to do. You've still got like a spark in your heart. When you're like staring down death and you're like, that's fine. That's when you're an adult. You don't want to die, but if you know, there's like an acceptance to it. It has nothing to do with being depressed. It has nothing to do with, you know, I gotta see if One Piece ever ends. Oh my god, this is similar to what I said to my coworkers when my ex-boss asked me to pull a 100-hour work week. Yeah, like, I mean, I'll do it if I have to, but maybe I'll die on the way to work one day. I think I get it. Yeah, it's not about being sad. It's not about being depressed. It's not about, you know, could have been better. Me gardening when there's global warming. Exactly. Do you think boomers have that adult mindset? Boomers are children. That boomers are definitely not adults by my metric, because they still think they're going to live forever, and like they're enraged. If you even insinuate that they're not going to live forever, they get so fucking angry. They get really mad. They're like, what? Give up the reins? Fuck no! I'm gonna be here until I'm fucking 300 years old. The call of the void appealing to your silly intrusive thoughts. I look forward to retirement so I can cosplay a Gandalf-style wizard on the daily. Oh my god. That would be like... What would I do as a wizard cosplayer? I feel like I would get my shit punched in really fast, but I would still do it. Anyway. What the heck was I talking about? What was I talking about? You'd get kissed every day? I don't think that's true. Be a wizard cosplayer with a paintball gun disguised as a wand? I would carry a leaf blower and be like, gust of wind. You can't say that and not elaborate. We talked about 50 things in the span of 10 minutes. Speaking of Gandalf, my dad was in town last week and I finally watched all of the Lord of the Rings movies for the first time. They were peak, but oh my god. The Hobbit was so bad in comparison. The Hobbit, the production of The Hobbit, like everything that they did, like put into it would have been probably like the best if they made it one movie, not 3, and they stuck to the books. The Hobbit needed serious editing. I think they just added a bunch of shit that did not need to be in there. But the production value was like really good. And I thought the casting was also really good. If they made it one movie and they stuck to the book, it could have been like the best movie ever. Because I feel like The Hobbit... Oh man, am I gonna like just bluff? Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I like The Hobbit better than the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Not always. But some days I wake up and it's like, I like The Hobbit better than Lord of the Rings. Daddy Thranduil! Daddy Thranduil. I'm talking about the books. Am I crazy? No, I'm not talking about the movies. Like, I'm talking about the books. Sometimes I wake up and the Hobbit book is superior to the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is like 20% of the time. I think 80% of the time, with my brain, I recognize that Lord of the Rings trilogy as books are incredible. And they're like genre-creating books, right? I rescind my previous comment. The books are really good. Yeah. My conspiracy theory is that the reason kids' movies from the late 1970s and early 1980s were so dark and gory is that boomers resented being replaced and wanted to traumatize children as much as possible. That might be. When was Ferngully? Is Ferngully 90s or is that 80s? '90s, so that doesn't count. I liked Ferngully. There's something like sexual about that. Like when you're like a baby and you don't understand. Ferngully was really good. There's like something twisted about it. Anyway. I listened to The Hobbit via audiobook and it was an amazing listen. I felt like being a kid again, listening to a parent doing all the fun voices. I think the reason why I like the Hobbit book 20% of the time more than Lord of the Rings. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Sexy Tim Curry. Lord of the Rings, I feel like nothing would piss off Tolkien more than this, right? Because people have made this point long after he was dead, and I know about what he wrote, you know, and this would like enrage him, right? I feel like it's too much, it's too biblical. And I'm not being like a hater, I'm saying like, it's like You read it and it's like, oh, and then this army came from here, and then this army, they sent 400 archers from here. It's like very, the way that the prose is written, it's like a fucking religious text, right? They're talking about, oh, the ancient, like the history of Helm's Deep was made by this, and it's like, it's like, it's like a historical text or something like that, you know? You can tell it's like if Britain had Norse-like mythology. Exactly. It's that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all, because I do think 80% of the time Lord of the Rings is better than The Hobbit. But 20% of the time, it's like, I don't think that's, I wouldn't write a story like that. For me, yes, Tolkien was an avid Christian historian, but when he was alive and people were like, oh, is this an allegory for the Bible? He would get mad. He'd be like, no, you fucking idiot. It's a story that I'm telling, and you know, it's just a story. He'd get really fucking mad. Yes, the dude didn't want an allegory. Exactly. He would get mad. And I think he's right. It's not an allegory. It's not. The Silmarillion is probably an allegory. Probably. But the Lord of the Rings trilogy is not. It's its own thing. I just think that the language is often, it's like it breaks a lot of storytelling rules. It breaks a lot of rules about entertaining people. And it's like legendary because it does that, but I think the rules are there on purpose. And sometimes I wake up in the morning and it's just like, I just want the Hobbit. He invented the whole mythology to explain the Elvish language that he made up. Exactly. And the Dwarvish language too. Oh, Narnia is absolutely an allegory. Lewis, yeah. Does that make sense? I don't know. All of you Lord of the Rings fans, don't get your pitchforks out and kill me, because 80% of the time I think Lord of the Rings is incredible. It's a genre creating piece of fiction, right? And I like it better than The Hobbit. But 20% of the time I wake up and I think the most important thing about writing is to write something that entertains people. And in that respect, I think The Hobbit is better. It was made with like a pure desire to make people, you know, laugh and cry and get invested, you know? Because like you kind of feel it. I heard that Tolkien wrote The Hobbit for his children. It's like a bedtime story for his children, and you feel it. Like his only goal with The Hobbit was to just like to entertain someone that he loved, and this is good. It is really good. He's not trying to tell you a lesson. He's not trying to teach you to be a better person. He's just telling you a funny story about an old man. You know? And I think that's beautiful. That's the type of story that I would want to make. I do think that, like, oh, this might piss people off. I think that the biggest mistake that a person could make when they're trying to live their life or tell a story is to like teach people stuff. You know what I mean? That's good. We need stuff like that. But if you don't have a very clear idea of what you're trying to teach people, you're just trying to teach someone something, it comes off as like weird and disingenuous. You can't do it on purpose. I think so. Like you can't beat someone over the head with like, this is bad, this is bad. It has to be like natural, right? Yeah. It can't be preachy. And I do think for the most part, Lord of the Rings does that. But it's like, it gets a little close. That's why I only read erotic novels. Exactly. I also think that he came from the time when a good number of people had the courtesy to be good and don't need to be taught. Somewhere along the line, though, it was lost. Yeah, you know? I don't think that people were more intrinsically good back in his day. I just think that evil was not celebrated and rewarded. Does that make sense? I think people are the same whether you're like, you know, in ancient Sumeria and there's like a fucking copper seller that's ripping you off, or like you're in, you know, Greece, ancient Greece, or whether you're like in World War II or some shit like that. I think the main thing that's changed in our timeline, 2026, is that like, no, shrimps, I think the rewards of being like a fucking piece of shit is like crazy. These like prank streamers, these prank IRL streamers, like it's like they would never get rewarded for doing shit like this. Like the prank YouTubers, it's like, what the fuck? Nobody would know who they are, and they would find someone that's not into their bullshit and just fucking punch them in the face. It's like on an unprecedented level that like people are rewarded for being shitheads in this year. It's crazy. We do need to go back to gelding. I agree. Start taking fingers. is crazy. All right, take that challenge and I teach you guys this, the binomial formula. No, no, man! It burns us! It burns us! Anyway. I'm back. Good death scream. Yeah, I made it to 2 hours. All right. What am I doing this week? I'm going back to being in my swamp. I did like collabs and stuff. This week, what am I doing? What am I playing? Slay the Spire. I should have played Horsey Game. I'll do it next week. Yeah, I'm gonna play more Slay the Spire. My goal is to beat the game. What's the other game? To be honest, I saw it. Yeah, Big Ham. I saw it on YouTube because there's a streamer that was streaming it, and I was like, that kind of looks like Needy Streamer. Maybe I could play that and it'd be funny. I have no idea what that game is about. Is that game anything like Needy Streamer? Did I pick a shitty game? It was only $8 and I was like, it might be funny. No, Men Herrarium. I don't know anything about that game. I didn't even watch it. It's not like Needy Streamer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Any more Mugenics in the future? AR1. I think Mugenics is like a goated game. The mechanics are like right up my alley. And I think it's a good game, but I get kind of sad. I get kind of sad when like a cat dies or gets maimed, you know? And then you're like giving cats to like a homeless guy in the sewers. Like, does he eat the cat? I don't know. Like it gives me weird feelings. It's like, oh, I don't know if I can stream it because it makes me a little sad. Are you playing Eugenics off stream? I'm not, actually. I'm not. I think it's a 10 out of 10 game. I don't know if I can stream it because it might make me sad on stream. Anyways. Men Herrarium. I hope it's entertaining, but I'm going to level with you guys. I did no research. I saw it on my YouTube recommended, and I was just like, yeah, fuck it. Let's just play it. Don't be sad, I'll cry. I'm not sad. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We're going to play Super Battle Golf and maybe a little bit of Counter-Strike, but probably just Super Battle Golf. Have you played Slay the Spire 2 off stream at all? I have not, Shrimp Radio. I was practicing like crazy for the Ratatan tournament. And then after that was done, I was like sleeping a gajillion hours because I am not good at social interaction. This is crazy. Don't do research. Just play it for us. Trust me, bro. Hopefully it's fun and funny for you guys to watch. I'm willing to have a couple flubs just in the pursuit of like something new and interesting. It's a cat utopia down there and you can't convince me otherwise. I wish. I'm sure it is. I'm sure I'm just like, I'm sure I'm projecting or I'm looking too deep into something that's just, oh, the cats are fine. Can you do a stream where you have diarrhea and put a mic in the toilet bowl? That's... Probably not on Twitch or YouTube. Can we find a platform where, you know, that's members content? That's members content on, I don't know. I don't know what platform that would be acceptable on. Kick? I would rather die than stream on Kick. I would rather end my fucking career. I would rather switch to the platform of where I'm yelling into a can and there's like 200 strings leading from my can to your house. I would rather quit streaming than stream on Kick. Picarto! Alright, I'll fart and shit into, you know, a mic on Picarto. Deal? Deal? Please don't! mine own mod. It's like, please don't. Oh, it's too funny. That's pretty fucking funny. All right. This is a good stream. I said some out-of-pocket shit, and I pissed off probably like... I probably pissed off like 100 people. But, you know, you guys shouldn't take anything I say seriously because I'm an idiot. I'm barely sapient. On a good day. I'm harmless. I'm just an idiot. I'm just a little fucking dumbass. Oh, he's harmless. All right. Maybe we raid lady. He avoids responsibility by calling himself an idiot. At least we know Jimmy is popular. For the first 2 weeks, at least. For the first 2 weeks. Don't worry, I'm far worse. You're actually a good influence. Am I? Thank you, though. I appreciate it. All right, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at? YouTube, as always, you guys are my favorite. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Let's go raid Luna. Let's do it. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye. Bye.